The ashes of World War II barely settled before a new conflict emerged, one that would cast a long shadow over the latter half of the 20th century. This was the Cold War, a geopolitical standoff between the United States and the Soviet Union. It was a war fought not on traditional battlefields, but in the realms of ideology, technology, and espionage. The seeds of this conflict were sown in the closing days of World War II. The alliance between the Western Allies and the Soviet Union, forged in the crucible of war against Nazi Germany, began to unravel as the common enemy was defeated. The two superpowers, each with their own visions for the post-war world, found themselves increasingly at odds. The United States, a capitalist democracy, championed individual liberty and free markets. The Soviet Union, a communist state, sought to spread its ideology of a classless society where the means of production were controlled by the state. These fundamentally different worldviews created a chasm of mistrust and suspicion between the two nations. As the Iron Curtain descended across Europe, dividing East from West, the world held its breath. The Cold War had begun, and with it, the threat of nuclear annihilation hung heavy in the air. At the heart of the Cold War lay a fundamental clash of ideologies: capitalism versus communism. The United States, a beacon of democracy and free enterprise, stood as the champion of the capitalist world. The Soviet Union, under the iron grip of the Communist Party, represented the opposing force of Marxist-Leninist ideology. Capitalism, with its emphasis on individual initiative and the pursuit of profit, promised prosperity and freedom. The United States, having emerged from World War II as a global superpower, sought to spread its economic and political model across the globe. Communism, on the other hand, envisioned a classless society where wealth was distributed equally and the workers controlled the means of production. The Soviet Union, having endured tremendous sacrifices in the war against fascism, was determined to spread its revolution and liberate the proletariat from the shackles of capitalist oppression. These diametrically opposed ideologies created a fundamental divide between the two superpowers. Each side viewed the other with suspicion and distrust, convinced that their own system represented the only true path to peace and prosperity. As tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union escalated, so too did the arms race. Both superpowers poured vast resources into developing ever more powerful weapons, driven by the belief that military superiority was the key to deterring the other from launching a first strike. At the heart of this arms race lay the most terrifying weapon ever devised, the atomic bomb. The United States, having unleashed the destructive power of the atom over Hiroshima and Nagasaki, held a monopoly on nuclear weapons for a brief period after World War II. However, this advantage was short-lived. In 1949, the Soviet Union successfully tested its own atomic bomb, shattering the American nuclear monopoly and ushering in an era of unprecedented danger. The world watched in horror as the two superpowers amassed ever-growing arsenals of nuclear weapons, each capable of obliterating entire cities in a blinding flash. This terrifying standoff became known as mutually assured destruction, or MAD. The theory behind MAD was that neither superpower would risk launching a first strike, knowing that retaliation would be swift and devastating. The stakes were simply too high, the potential consequences too catastrophic. On October 4, 1957, the world watched in awe as a small metallic sphere hurtled through space, broadcasting a simple radio signal back to Earth. This was Sputnik 1, the world's first artificial satellite, launched by the Soviet Union. Sputnik's launch sent shockwaves through the United States. It was a stunning display of Soviet technological prowess, one that challenged America's perceived dominance in science and engineering. The space race had begun. The launch of Sputnik had a profound impact on American society. It ignited a wave of anxiety and self-reflection as Americans grappled with the implications of Soviet technological superiority. The government poured funding into science education and research, determined to close the missile gap with the Soviet Union. Sputnik also captured the imagination of people around the world. It was a tangible symbol of humanity's reach into the cosmos, a testament to the power of science and technology to transcend earthly boundaries. The space race, though born out of Cold War rivalry, would ultimately inspire generations to dream of exploring the stars. Section 5. Reaching for the Stars, the formation of NASA. In response to the Sputnik crisis, the United States took decisive action to bolster its space program. On July 29, 1958, President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed the National Aeronautics and Space Act, officially creating the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA. NASA's mission was clear: to win the space race. The agency quickly set about recruiting the best and brightest minds in the country: engineers, scientists, and mathematicians who would design and build the rockets, spacecraft, and technologies needed to surpass the Soviet Union. From its humble beginnings in a collection of converted military installations and research facilities, NASA would go on to achieve some of humanity's greatest technological triumphs. The agency's unwavering focus on innovation and its willingness to push the boundaries of what was possible would come to define the American space program. Section 6. A Giant Leap for Mankind, the Apollo 11 Mission. On July 20, 1969, the world watched in awe as American astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to set foot on the moon. It was a moment that transcended the Cold War rivalry, a testament to the boundless potential of the human spirit. The Apollo 11 mission was the culmination of a decade of intense effort and innovation. It was a triumph not only for NASA and the United States, but for all of humanity. Armstrong's famous words as he stepped onto the lunar surface, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," resonated around the globe, inspiring generations to come. The Apollo program was a remarkable feat of engineering and human ingenuity. It pushed the boundaries of what was technologically possible, requiring the development of powerful rockets, sophisticated spacecraft, and advanced life support systems. Section 7. Beyond the Moon. The enduring legacy of the space race. The space race, though born out of Cold War rivalry, left an enduring legacy that extended far beyond the geopolitical struggle between the United States and the Soviet Union. It spurred countless technological advancements that have transformed our lives, from satellites that connect us globally to medical imaging techniques that save lives. The space programs of both nations pushed the boundaries of science and engineering, leading to breakthroughs in materials science, computer technology, and telecommunications. Many of the technologies we take for granted today, from GPS navigation to weather forecasting, can trace their roots back to the space race. Moreover, the space race inspired generations of scientists, engineers, and mathematicians, igniting a passion for STEM fields that continues to this day. It showed us what humanity could achieve when we set our sights on a common goal, no matter how audacious. Section 8. Collaboration in the Cosmos, the International Space Station. As the Cold War thawed, a new era of cooperation in space emerged. The International Space Station, ISS, a remarkable feat of international collaboration, stands as a testament to this spirit of unity and shared purpose. The ISS, a marvel of engineering and a symbol of international cooperation, orbits the Earth every 90 minutes, a testament to the power of human ingenuity and collaboration. It is a truly global endeavor, a partnership between the space agencies of the United States, Russia, Europe, Japan, and Canada. Aboard the ISS, astronauts from around the world live and work together, conducting groundbreaking scientific research in a microgravity environment. The station serves as a unique laboratory for studying the effects of long-duration spaceflight on the human body, as well as for conducting experiments in fields such as biology, physics, and astronomy. Section 9. The Final Frontier, looking ahead to the future of space exploration. As we venture further into the 21st century, the spirit of exploration that fueled the Cold War space race lives on. Today, nations and private companies alike are setting their sights on new frontiers, driven by a desire to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos and to extend humanity's reach beyond Earth. The next chapter in space exploration promises to be just as thrilling and transformative as the space race. We stand on the cusp of a new era of discovery, one that will see us return to the moon, establish a permanent human presence on Mars, and probe the depths of our solar system and beyond. The final frontier beckons, and the spirit of exploration burns brighter than ever. As we continue to push the boundaries of human ingenuity and venture further into the cosmos, we carry with us the lessons learned from the Cold War space race, the importance of collaboration, the power of innovation, and the enduring human desire to explore the unknown.